Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back and I'm just here to give you an update, actually sort of a recap on my 2022 season. But first, I want to mention that the 2022 NCAA Collegiate Bowling Championships are coming to Columbus, Ohio, April 15th and 16th at Wayne Webb's Columbus Bowl. I'll have a link in the description down below where you can purchase tickets. It's going to be a great event. The final 4 teams will be bowling for a chance to hoist the NCAA Championship trophy. So that will be exciting. But back to my 2022 recap, a lot to unravel. I didn't bowl the best, ended up 43rd in points, which is obviously not where I want to end up. But a lot of things have changed, obviously. With him, recently being brought into this world, he's now a little bit older than 4 months old. So when I first left, he was just about a month old. And it's obviously a different experience for me. Just, you know, having someone else to be responsible for. And, you know, bowling just became a little bit smaller in my life priorities, as well as I don't really bowl for just myself anymore. It's a little bit of an adjustment period, but it's something that I'll get over and hopefully find a way to make it work for me for the better. But I'm just gonna give you a rundown of all the tournaments real quick. What was the first tournament? The Players Championship was decent. We were in Richmond, Virginia, Bolero West End, and I finished 11th, I believe. Not the best finish, obviously, but you know, not upset by that start by any means. I had just gotten over COVID as well. That was another challenge. I contracted COVID, I think right before Christmas, and didn't get over it until a little after the New Year. So I couldn't even really celebrate New Year's with Mary and little Mav here, which kind of sucked. But one of the things I found is that it did take a lot of stamina out of me, and that was tough. I spent about a week and a half before the Players just grinding, bowling, practicing, not even really working on anything, just getting the reps back in, getting the stamina back up. I remember the first couple days I would bowl 2 games and I was winded. Normally my stamina is normally pretty decent, and I would find that that would come into play a little later in the season. But yeah, back to the tournaments. The Players finished 11th. That was a decent finish. Obviously top 5 make the final show for each region. But, you know, for the first 14 games, it was on Chameleon, a pattern I don't see very well. It doesn't really suit my eye. But, you know, having half the tournament on that and then making up a lot of ground on the Dragon, not too upset about that. So it was a decent start. And then the US Open, didn't bowl my best. Obviously the 37-foot flat pattern kind of got the best of me, but still contented to make that number, as I always do. I normally do make that cut, or I'm really close to making the cut. So I think I missed it by less than 20. And you'll find that that actually happened a lot to me this season. I just have to clean up a lot of stupid mistakes, and I think a lot of it kind of has to do with that short stint of COVID. When your body doesn't have the stamina that it needs to have, the first thing to go is your mental game and just making stupid mistakes. So making dumb ball changes, dumb adjustments, missing spares here and there. That's just what happened too many times this season. So it's something that I have to address. Got to get out and practice a little more, get some more reps, and then be ready for next season. But after that, I believe was Jackson, another number that I missed by less than 20. Again, stupid mistakes. Scores were extremely high as well. So you couldn't really afford to make stupid mistakes like miss spares, things like that. And then Kokomo did make the cut. Bowled really well down the stretch to make that number. Didn't see the fresh very well, so I was unable to make a run. I did make the top 24, which was a nice improvement considering the previous 2 weeks. And then the World Series came by. I felt like I bowled pretty decent. Surprisingly, the cheetah was my worst pattern. I just had a tough time with my cross, and what happened to the lanes, I just didn't see it right. And this is why I did feel a bit of that mental fatigue. But it was kind of nice to, ironically, bowl really bad that day. And I was able to fry it a little bit, and it almost refreshed my brain. So I missed that number by a lot, and I wasn't in greatest shape for the World Championships, but it's the first day. There was 20 more games. So the next day, get the Scorpion, and I make that match play, bowl very well, and I'm right back in the World Championships, which was a very nice bounce back for me. The Scorpion pattern has been fairly kind to me the last couple of years. I guess my ball roll sees that pattern very well, which is cool. What's up? Anyways, the next pattern, the Shark, another one that was very close to making as well. Not sure if I was super satisfied or bummed about that one because the animal patterns are obviously very difficult to make. Top 16 make that out of this year, I think it was 96 bowlers. Felt like I bowled pretty well. Just a couple of bad adjustments the first block. I only went 50 over the first block. I went 170 over the second block to give it a run. I think I missed it by less than 20 again. So just stupid mistakes there. Otherwise, I could have made 2 cuts there. But I was in great position for the World Championships. I was in 16th, I think. And then as characteristic as the last couple of years, they used the same pattern for the Cashers round and the World Championships on, the Earl Anthony pattern. And I just have not figured out how to strike on that pattern. It's especially bad because a lot of other people strike on that pattern. So unfortunately, I missed the top 24 by 7. And that really, that one really stung. I had not been that upset in a long time about my bowling. But it was nice to have a little break. And then that's where everything went downhill after that. We went to Lubbock, a place where I normally bowl very well at, and just did not bowl well. Physically, I didn't throw the ball very good. I couldn't figure out why. And that would go on to last for the rest of the season. So Lubbock, didn't make the cut there. Colorado Springs, another cut I missed by stupid mistakes. Baby adjustment. Yeah, that one I missed by 20. I was second out of that number. Yeah, so that's what, four cuts I should have made, but just mental errors. I think it all goes back to that mental and physical stamina from when I just caught COVID. It's just it's no joke, man. I hadn't had that little stamina since I was probably a child. Really, after 2 games being winded, it was a rare experience. But last event of the season, the Masters, wasn't very close to making the cut. I mean, I think I missed by 60, but missed that cash by 5, which, you know, a lot of stupid mistakes during the Masters. That's a cut that I feel like I should not miss very often. This is the first year I've missed cash at that event, so that really sucks. But yeah, I missed 7 makeables, so I make those 7, and I'm in that number. They were hard this year, yes, but a lot of inexcusable mistakes. So that's kind of the recap of my season. Just a lot of things were different this year compared to last year. COVID really hit, and then having this little guy here. So dealing with all that, it was all mental strain. A little bit was down the stretch, my swing started to get a little crooked. I haven't seen it, but I know it is. That's when my spare shooting starts to go bad. So luckily have a lot of time to work on that. And that's about it. I've got a couple of regionals coming up in the next month or so. So I'll try and get a little practice in and address those issues. And then hopefully I'll be making a regional recap. Gonna bowl those, and then the league draft is next month as well. So hopefully I get to go to Portland, Maine this year. That was kind of one of my goals, is to make the league. I think last year I would have made the league as well, but we didn't have the league. Yeah, it'd be great to make the league this year. I really want to go. I love team events, and I'd love to be on a team with some of my friends on it, but especially would love to be on a team that would compete and win. So thanks for watching. That was my 2022 regular season for the PBA Tour. I don't know what the rest of the year has in store for us. Hopefully some more PBA events pop up, but I'm doubtful. Or we get to go overseas or something, but just happy to be home, spending time with my big guy here. he won't let me put him down because he starts crying. But it's okay. It's all right. We love him. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. I will be able to make more videos these coming months because I'm home, which I'm excited about. I will bring you guys more content, more ball explanations, hopefully, and, you know, other stuff. Other stuff maybe you guys would like to see. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. And don't forget to go to thehousebowling.com to buy some merch. I've got my 8-bagger tee on. He's blocking it. But don't forget to go to thehousebowling.com. Buy a Mikey Tang shirt, please. Kyle tells me that sales are pathetic, so make me feel better. But yeah, housebowling.com. Go to the Bowl DMC section. Go get a Bowl DMC shirt, Michael Tang shirt, a Euro Tang shirt, Vitamin D Tang shirt, whichever. Get them all. But yeah, get some merch. Get some merch. Right, buddy?